I think everybody who's been involved in the vaccination programme can be incredibly proud of what has been achieved, and I thank all kinds of people. Obviously, I thank the scientists who came up with the vaccines. I thank the people who've got it all together, who organised it. But if you look at what's happened in the last few weeks, it's been an unbelievable effort by the NHS and the doctors, the nurses, the GP surgeries, the hospitals. Of course, the army has been fantastic. The pharmacists have done a great job. They've been assisted by legions of volunteers. Well, no decisions have been taken on that sort of with that sort of detail yet, Sam. Though clearly, schools on March the 8th has for a long time been a priority of the government and of families up and down the country. We'll do everything we can to make that happen, but we've got to keep looking at the data. We've got to keep looking at the rates of infection. Don't forget, they're still very high, still 23,000 or so in COVID patients in the NHS, more than at the April peak last year. Still, sadly, too many people dying of this disease. Rates of infection, although they're coming down, are still comparatively high. So we've got to be very prudent. And what we want to see is progress that is cautious but irreversible. I think that's what the public and people up and down the country would want to see. Progress that is cautious but irreversible. The risk is that if you have a large, as it were, volume of circulation, if you've got loads of people, even young people, getting the disease, then a couple of things happen. First of all, you have a higher risk of new variants, of mutations within the population where the disease is circulating. Secondly, there will also be a greater risk of the disease spreading out into the older groups again. And although the vaccines are effective and great, of course, no vaccination program is 100% effective. And so when you have a large volume of circulation, we've got a lot of disease, inevitably the vulnerable will suffer. And so that's why we want to drive it right down, keep it right down. And the dates that we'll be setting out will be the dates by which we hope we can do something at the earliest, if you saw what I mean. So that's it's the target date by which we hope to do something at the earliest. If, because of the rate of infection, we have to push something off a little bit to the right, delay it for a little bit, we won't hesitate to do that. I think people would much rather see a plan that was cautious but irreversible, and one that proceeds sensibly in accordance with where we are with the